call home. English speaking and the francophone. 8 months of winter, well it ain't so bad. Lights on a gawking are making me mad. 2 McDonald's and 1 Walmart. My bike got stolen when it got dark. Extend our trailers and we drive skidoo. That's what we intended love to do.
I promise to protect downtown. Eat at Siva's so I can stay round. Yell at bad drivers every day. At Hollinger Park is where I play. 101 is still my mall. See the murals? We have it all. Animal tours, it's all set. We want our jobs back at Kid Met. Shania Twain Center, it went under. How about another Stars and Thunder? New pool, will we ever get? Hockey brawls here make me sweat.
There's a place we call home. English speaking and the francophone. 8 months of winter, well it ain't so bad. Lights on a gawking are making me mad. 2 McDonald's and 1 Walmart. My bike got stolen when it got dark. Extend our trailers and we drive skidoo. That's what we intended love to do.
All right, Kinsman, you're in my neck of the woods, South Porcupine.
Yeah, we're hanging out in front of Giovanna's at Rubino's Petro Can because good old Frank Rubino has sponsored tonight, Sunday, and Tuesday night for KINZ and KLOMP Live. And we're going to tell you all about Giovanna's, the restaurant. You can probably tell me a little bit more about this place.
Okay, we eat here like 3 times a week. Love the sausages, the hamburgers, the poutine, the pizza
slices. They've got something on their menu today, a Rubino's beef burger for $3, a toonie and a loonie. Where can you go and get a burger for $3?
You can't go anywhere and get a burger for $3. But let me tell you, if you have this burger with extra toppings, are you going to spill ketchup on your shirt?
I'm going to spill ketchup on my shirt. But a thumbs up to Frank Rubino for sponsoring KINZ and KLOMP Live. You'll find Giovanna's if you've never been here at the Petro Can here in Sopo. So here is the question that we want to know. If I've never eaten at Giovanna's, I want you to tell us right now, KINZ and KLOMP Live, what is your go-to here at Giovanna's in South Porcupine?
Let's go get something to eat.
All right.
All right, Kinsman, here we are, back again.
Yes, how you doing? Back from Sopo. We had a bit of an excursion this afternoon, KINZ and KLOMP Live, and a big thumbs up again. Frank Rubino, who's now hopped on to sponsor our show tonight, Sunday, and Tuesday from Rubino's Petro Can and Giovanna's. You wanted to give Giovanna's some love tonight. So that's what we're doing, and this is how you're going to win. Jamie, how are they going to win tonight?
Oh, Kinsman, you're putting the work on me early. Yeah, I've had a busy day, Kinsman, but I accept your pressure, my friend. Okay. So we have a couple prizes tonight. First of all, we have a full beard prize pack.
Yes.
A growler, correct? That's what you call it. And we have a full beard T-shirt, and all they need to do is tell us what they love to eat at Giovanna's. Now, Kins, I'm a Porcupine guy, so I go there often. And I'm going to know all these meals. So that's one of the prizes. Comment what you like to eat from Giovanna's, correct?
Yes, and here is the second prize tonight. A big thanks to Rita at 2-for-1 Pizza. She's donated just ahead of our Super Bowl, pre-Super Bowl party on Sunday, 2 $25 gift cards, so $50 at 2-for-1. So pretty cool stuff there. Big thanks to Rita supporting our show and KINZ and KLOMP Live. And again, someone will win both of those amazing prizes at the end of tonight's show.
Right. And so to win the 2-for-1 pizza card, which is our second prize, you just have to engage in the comment section when we have our guests on tonight.
That's right. And again, sponsored by Giovanna's, located inside of Rubino's Petrol Can in South Porcupine, where you can drop in for the homemade Rubino burger for $3. That's right. A toonie and a loony, JB, can get you that yummy homemade burger. Homemade Italian sausages, $5.99 a pound, or on a bun, local ground beef, $3.99 a pound. Frank sells it for anything over 10 pounds, $3.50 a pound. So Frank Rubino at Rubino's Petrol Can and Giovanna's.
I just laugh, Kinsman, because you had a toonie and a loon. Who carries change anymore? Don't you use debit? Don't you tap that thing?
I'm still basing it off of, remember the blackout? I forget what year it was, where we went silent. I always keep money in my pocket since that day, because that day I had no money, and I think we were shut for like days.
Okay, so $3 is going to save you from a zombie apocalypse. Okay, so let's talk.
Maybe a bus ride anyway.
Yeah, it's going to bring you to Matheson, where the zombies are not attacking. Let's get into some local news. What do you got? Northern Ontario bubble.
Yes, a lot of people talking about this. In fact, the Ontario top doctors, are weighing in on a possible Northern Ontario bubble. Are you in for this or not? Basically, Northern Ontario, Timmins, and the surrounding area would be our own bubble, to where, people in, Sudbury, North Bay, and would be a cluster down that way. Do you agree with the Northern Ontario bubble with this?
Listen, it's always split for me, because my dad's alone in Thunder Bay and I want to go see him, but we can't go see him. But on the other side, I want to see this over with at some time. So if this is proven to drastically reduce new cases and the spread, I'm for it. But I sense how some people can feel we're getting into a world where the government's also dictating our lives. So I'm sort of split. I'm split.
I'm kind of on the side, if we can, see the light at the end of this COVID tunnel. I'm all for, the restrictions that are in place, but I was also hearing that Premier Doug Ford has the possibility to, people are saying, well, if we stick to the Northern Ontario bubble, let's pretend we are a bubble. How do we keep people from Toronto coming up to our bubble? Well, apparently Ford today stating that there could be a possibility of highway checkpoints. Do you believe in the highway checkpoints? That again, a slippery slope, but it would certainly deter, people from spreading the virus.
You know what I don't believe in is our time limit. We gave ourselves 5 minutes to get through these locals, and we're already blasting over, Kins. But I want to talk to you about the new pool. Now, I'm a guy who loves the pool. I still got a young guy. He's 11, two older, 18 and 21, but we still love going to the pool. I go to Cochrane. I see the great pool that they have there. And I know some folks who don't use it may say tax money should be spent somewhere else, but I'm all for a new pool.
I'm all for this too. Yeah, the city council in Timmins here going to vote on the new pool Monday night at council. And again, on the table, it's a nice looking facility, 40,000 square feet. It's a 40,000 square foot aquatic portion of the complex, an 8-lane competition pool in the center, each lane 25 meters in length. Leisure therapy hot pool, a family-friendly play zone on the sides, large water slide, lazy river, spray features, and a climbing structure are also in the current plans. So they're going to bring this to council Monday night. How do you think the votes will go for that?
I don't know. I don't think we're going to get a new pool, but nonetheless. Okay, I want to show. Do you want to do the rest of the locals after?
That's what I was thinking. Let's get in. We've got quite the show tonight. Women in Business night here, and we've got a great panel waiting patiently. They're in our broadcast lobby right now.
That's right. I did want to show you a couple comments before we did that, though, because we do have some yeses for the Northern Bubble.
Sue says yes to the Northern Bubble. Yup, in for the bubble from Sonia Beeman from Lemongrass. Thanks, Sonia, for tuning in. Happy 10th anniversary. Sonia,
10th anniversary, Sonia.
Sonia, you look good for 10. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Right? Doesn't she look good for a 10-year-old? But wishing them all the best, Sonia and Lemongrass here in the city. Yes. Jenica says bubble over a longer lockdown for sure.
Right. And then we got some folks who love the new pool.
I like the new pool.
Right.
Don't know if it's going to end up in my backyard. That's an entirely different story. New pool with no pickleball court. Yay, LOL. I've never even played pickleball. Apparently, it's like so popular to play. I've never played
pickleball. I don't know what that is. Do you play hockey or baseball?
I play hockey, and I used to play baseball, but I was more of a hockey guy growing up.
All right, Kinsman, we got to bring in our guests. This is an amazing. We've been excited about this for a while. We got 3 amazing women who are local business owners. It's going to be an amazing night. We want to bring them in and talk to them about their businesses and the struggles they've potentially been through and what they're doing to overcome these struggles.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. So I think we should just bring them in, right?
We should bring them in, and keep in mind when you're watching these amazing ladies talk about their stores, you can ask questions, and we'll answer these questions or have the ladies answer their questions live on tonight's show.
There we go. So it all looks good, right?
I think we're all there.
Yeah, that's right. If you know, the funny thing is not showing the display names, but nonetheless, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
All right, Kinsman.
Where'd the little templates go? They disappeared.
I know, they dropped off. And the new pool feed is stuck up there.
Did you get the new pool feed off?
Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us. A lot has been happening in the world since last March, especially a dramatic effect on small business owners. And we wanted to, maybe we'll ask you first, Melissa, tell us a little bit about what's been going on with your business since last March. And, some of the, I don't know if you call it turmoil or trouble or some of the changes that has happened in your business world.
Yeah, so up until recently, we were able to actually function as normal with safety protocols in place. So as of this recent lockdown where we had to go curbside, we were still able to let people come into our store and shop as normal. So it posed some difficulty for us, and we've had to make some changes in order to deal with ordering, via phone or email and getting customers' orders together and before they can pick up. So we've learned a lot in the last month, which has kind of pushed us to getting our online store up and running to make things a little bit easier for our clients and for us packaging the orders up. But it's definitely been a challenge. There's been a lot of adjustments that we've had to make in order to provide the quality service that we've given our customers since we opened. But I am grateful that up until now, things for us have been somewhat normal as far as how our store functions. But the online store is going to be something that I think is going to be extremely beneficial. Heaven forbid this lockdown prolongs longer, to allow our customers to be able to see what's in the store. We have so much to offer, and it's so difficult for some people that are, like myself, very visual and want to kind of look, touch, and feel before they make a purchase. So one struggle that we've noticed is that people are kind of getting the basics on what they know they need, and versus when they're in the store and they can look around and browse, they're more likely to make an additional purchase at that time. So we think the online store is going to be helpful for us as well as our clients. So we're really excited to get that up and running, hopefully shortly. We're just waiting for our web designer, who's very busy at the moment, to upload all 1,200 products that we have in the store for our customers to be able to view.
Yeah, we here at my household, we love spoiled rotten, and so we have 2 Great Danes, and I say it every show, so it's becoming like, okay, knock it off with the Great Danes. And they often disrupt this show, but they love the meat over there. I mean, these dogs eat better than us. They eat like kings. We 2 boys, Great Danes, and we love everything you're doing over there.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Especially my little boys, Melissa. They, Ethan and KINZ puppies on their side with their mom there. They've started into the spoiled rotten, the family. And it's I don't know if it's a fish skin sticks that the boys feed them. It's amazing what dogs can eat. Eh? Like people say, I can't believe dogs eat that, but it's just amazing to see how happy they are after they've eaten a treat from your place.
Oh, thank you.
All right, Kinsman. So You hear an echo? Is that just me?
Is that an echo? Someone's mic on in the background there?
I don't know what's going on here. But you know what? This is the best thing about being live. And I know a couple people said, listen, we're a little bit nervous. I'm coming on live. Mark and I make about 30 mistakes a show, so don't worry about it.
Live noises, background noise is going to happen, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe is it our mics? No, I don't think it's our mics.
Yeah, well, there we go. So maybe I do have a question for Stacy. Generally, hello, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I know we were chatting a little bit in the background before the show started, but has your business world been altered since last March, or I guess things haven't gotten better, but what things have you had to do to change your business sense?
So for us, as hairdressers and barbers, we don't have the option to do anything curbside. So our world has been turned completely upside down because we're just closed. So our revenue has disappeared 100%. And any funding from the government, it feels like they're waving a carrot in front of our face. You know, we're going to announce an announcement to tell you that, hey, there's all these great programs that you're going to be able to tap into. And then finally the details come out and it's like, oh, well, you need to have this amount of payroll. You need to have this, and this. And then you're like, okay, well, guess maybe next time. And then the next time rolls out where they're, oh, we'll help you guys even more. And then again, we can't qualify because the criteria, we just don't meet it. And a lot of small businesses that are on my level in my industry, we're all the same. So we don't have employees. Everyone's their own business. They're their own contractor and they pay chair rental. So we don't have $20,000 of payroll to pay. We don't have all these special numbers where the government's requiring them. And so we're kind of stuck. Okay, well, where is my $3,000 of expenses coming from? So for me, it's come from selling baking to friends and family to raise money. That's what I've had to resort to, is selling cakes and cupcakes and cookies and doing draws for services that I might be able to give in the future whenever I'm allowed to legally work again. So it's been complicated, but I have 6 people to think about. My 6 staff, if I don't do whatever it takes, they lose their jobs.
Well, it's crazy.
So,
the amount of
pressure.
Pressure behind your staff. You know, I get my hair cut through Junior. Junior is one of your employees. It's got to be hard. No matter how old you are.
Right.
This is just a huge wrench in the spokes. So then when you see that they're allowing dog groomers to get their hair cut, with quote unquote emergency, I guess cuts. Why couldn't we, maybe loosen the restrictions and have, a few people get their hair cut? Before the lockdown, I had my hair cut through Junior. You guys were wearing your masks. I felt so safe. You had the hand sanitizer. I don't know why they just can't keep the protocol in place. You're not going to get your hair cut when, you're walking in with sniffles. You would probably turn that person away. If you're feeling ill, don't go and get your hair cut. That's I guess the dilemma. People are wondering why they can't loosen, a little bit of the restrictions for businesses like yours.
And part of being in hairdressing and barbering is 30% of your program and your licensing is all about sterilization and proper protocols to keep your people safe. So we're already, the stuff that they ask us to do because of COVID, it's stuff we've already been doing. Aside from the masks, we sanitize everything. So it's been a little bit tough.
That's right.
And I can't justify charging my staff rent. They're not making any money, so I can't put them in a position where I'm bankrupting them too. So it's juggling.
Certainly, and like you said, you're baking for friends and family. How many people are adopting into your family to make these ends meet? Right? It's You know, it's funny. I think it was one of the Timmins buy and sell. I picked up a dresser from your place, and you were in the middle of baking while we were in there grabbing that dresser from your basement to keep ends meet. Like your chair rental, you said what, $1,500 a month? It's, you know, it's got to come from somewhere. And obviously, if it's not coming from the government, it's coming from, you know, whatever you're baking. Like you're probably
had cake so far
in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Janice said she's voting for curbside haircuts. I like that. Yeah, it's a good idea.
I vote for curbside haircuts too.
Yeah. Steve, here's the small business trying to sustain. Go Timmins, support local. Of course, definitely. That's the theme of our show. That should be the theme of the community. And Sonia says safer than big box stores.
Yeah, true.
It really is. Okay, well. And then Tessa, thank you for joining us.
Hi.
Hi, Tessa.
How are you feeling? Good?
I'm good. I just had a class, so I'm much better.
Oh, it must be nice and relaxing. So the first question I have for you, and we asked Chris last week, I mean, I guess it's double the pressure because you are both small business owners, of course, both affected by the current COVID crisis, and that's double the pressure, I guess, on the family. How have you folks been managing?
Yeah, so there is no backup for us in our home. And much like Stacy was saying, like some of the funding is just unattainable. It's not created for easy access, and there's so many hoops. So the last almost year has been a very big challenge for us in our home. On March 1st, actually, of last year, I took possession of the space that I'm currently in. I was outgrowing the space that I was previously in. And so I decided that I was going to take this leap and, expand and grow the studio. And then March 16th, everything got shut down. We had gutted the place, and then we were just kind of left unsure. So we put the this whole renovation project on hold for months and months and months because I wasn't even sure if I would have a business to go back to. So come, I think, August, we decided to just really dive in and oh, little baby, dive in and get the renovation done so that I could meet some of these new criteria, right? Keeping the social distancing among clients and more space for people to move around. So we did go ahead and do that. I opened back up only in October by the time the renovation was done. So I got to be open for 2 months, basically, almost exactly, and then to be shut down again. So we're blessed because those few months that we were open, we were incredible. So this studio grew, and I've added a retail section so I can, tap into that market, which I didn't have before. So I'm still doing curbside, teaching all the classes online right now, but it's not the same, right? It's a different atmosphere for sure. But yeah, put all of these new things in place to meet all of the restrictions to just then be told, sorry, you need to shut it down again. So we're very lucky within the two businesses. We have a really great support system. People in this community have been very kind and generous to us. So we feel very blessed too.
Are you focusing more on line now for yoga classes and whatnot, or thinking outside of the box? If this is going to continue, we're going to have more online classes to offer to the city of Timmins and surrounding area?
Yeah, so even when I started back in October, I kept the online as an option because there were people who just didn't feel comfortable or safe coming into a class environment. So that will not change at this point. I've actually been able to tap into a completely different market of people. People who don't even live in Timmins are participating in classes now. But it's not quite the same. You want the people in here with you, feeling the energy and moving together. But to accommodate that population of people who are either not here and want to participate or are not feeling, maybe they're immune compromised and they don't want to take any chances, even though the studio is set up in a way that you can always be maintaining that distance that's required. So yeah, that won't change. I think it'll only get better. I'm learning all kinds of really cool technology things over this time, which is outside of my comfort zone. But yeah, so we just have to keep moving forward, right?
That's right.
Marlene says yoga is not only for movement, it is also a huge part of the mental wellness along with body wellness. Yoga is an essential service for sure.
For sure.
Agreed. Yes.
For sure it is.
And Tessa has a major fan club here tonight because there's a whole bunch of comments I popped up while you're talking. Go Tessa, love you Tessa, right on Tessa. So your whole fan base is here.
Because they know how uncomfortable I am.
No.
It's not that nervous. It's not that nervous, Tessa, is it?
Not bad now, no.
Look at Mark and I. We're doing this for a living. We couldn't get a banner off the screen, and then so it happens.
It happens. Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed. I have a question for Melissa. I'll unmute your mic. There we go. So obviously, the online shopping experience has been a big focus for local businesses. That's pretty much the only way for most business people can assess your product. So has this been like a learning curve? Is it something like you had a strong online presence before and you just continued, or have you enhanced your online shopping experience since last March?
So online is not something that we had available to our clients. It wasn't something that we actually discussed until recently with this current shutdown. I hate to use the word essential because I think every business is essential, but we were deemed essential until this recent lockdown. So for us, the online store wasn't a necessity for our customers. They were able to still come in and shop as normal. So with this current lockdown and not knowing how long it's going to last, we got in touch with a web designer right away. And I knew this was something that we had to act upon and get moving. But I think it's also going to be a great tool for us, regardless, even when things hopefully return to normal, hopefully soon. I think it'll still be a great tool for our clients. We do have a large clientele at account as well, so it allows them to be able to go on and see what we have in store and make their purchases that way as well.
I absolutely agree. I mean, this is, a lot of folks love to shop. They tell me I like to shop big business because they can access products online and it's easy, but you could do that with the local businesses. And what I found, a lot of the local businesses have really stepped up their online platforms in ease and accessibility. So to me, there's really no excuse not to be shopping local.
That's right. As I always say, a small business in this city is someone's dream, right? And when we're shopping, Amazons and all those places online, millions of dollars, I would rather have the millions of dollars spent right here, because you're not only, fulfilling that person's dream, three lovely ladies here tonight and their dreams with their, their passions. You're also, the money's putting their children through school. You get to see the money back here in the local economy, and that's the whole beauty of shopping local. Which I do agree with. The whole shopping online thing now has opened up a different avenue. So when things do go back to normal, are you guys are going to keep the online and the in-person sales probably going, right, Melissa?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, that's good. And Anne, I just had the comment up, but I'll post it again. Loki loved you, Melissa. We love your store, how knowledgeable you are to our pet's health, and he loves his pack walks. You're the best. I got to ask you a question. You have these pictures, and I was telling my girlfriend Terry the other day, with like 5 or 6 dogs. So you walk dogs, or you own 5 or 6 dogs?
I also, on my store, I also do dog walking, which I started when I first opened my store, because I wasn't as busy as I am now. So today I had 14, so 5 and 6
wow.
all numbers now.
I should.
But Loki is one of my hikers that comes to me every week, so
Okay.
that's where that comment's coming from.
Okay, that's because I have a difficulty walking 2 dogs, so
let alone 14 of them.
Yeah,
it's amazing seeing the pictures too online. Like all your pets are, when people were allowed in your store, your pets, your store has probably, 9 to 1 more animals than humans inside your shop at any given time, which is also cool. Your pets, that's your clientele. It's amazing to see pets picking out their own treats, and you treat the pets with gold in there. That's cool, Rob.
And before we got dogs, Terry would testify to this, because I just said feed the dogs kibble and bits. It's like $6 a bag, but she's like, "Oh, you got a lot to learn." So it's been a learning curve. But Tammy says her boy was sick in February. I went to Melissa and she didn't have the product I needed. She made me a bottle of what I needed. So cool. Customer service.
Yes.
Customer service. Yep. So Stacy, I have a question, and Mark and I are probably going to write down some of these points, because Mark and I are also trying to build our own small business here in the community. But as someone who's in a small business and has seen success, would you have any recommendations? And maybe it could be don't start it, but any recommendations that thinking, you know what, I'd like to be my own boss. I'd like to start my own business, but are there a couple things that you've learned along the way that you can, share with the audience and share with us?
Do a lot of research first. Make sure you're really, really into it, because if you're not, it's not going to work. You have to be willing to bake 45 cakes to keep your business going.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's just, you have to give it everything, because if you don't, it's not going to survive. And I've seen it happen to many people. If their heart's not in it, they just, oh, well, not making it this month. Oh, well, we're closing.
Got to keep the drive there. Like, Jamie and I, we're at it. People say they only see us, during the shows, but, Jamie and I putting 40, 50 hours in a week and getting paid for, 5 of them, that's the small steps you need to take when you're jumping into a small business, isn't it?
Yeah. I have 5 years of business school under my belt, and it's the best thing you could do. Even if you want to do some online courses, it'll help get you that little bit further than other businesses that might not.
That's right.
Have that edge.
I think you're right. And I believe if you're passionate about what you do, then a long day is a long day. But a long day feels a little bit better if you're passionate about what you're doing, rather than working, a 9 to 5 or something that you just can't stand being there.
Doesn't feel like work. You don't mind missing your lunches.
No.
You're like, I'll eat later. I got people to cut hair.
There we go. Chrissy says, I need a haircut badly. Sucks. I can't get one. Haven't had one since the first lockdown. So that's going back to March.
Seen comments online, if vets or groomers can start doing emergency cuts. People, I saw a comment earlier today. Any vets do human hair? Like that's the state that we're in right now. Like curbside haircuts. That makes sense to me. Why can't we, make a booth or something outside? I know it's kind of cold, Stacy, but there's got to be a way to get haircuts back in as an essential service. Right? You probably frown at people's hairs going, geez, I haven't cut that person's hair in months now because of the lockdown.
Sometimes it works out. COVID cuts. When we get back to work, we have a lot of work cut out for us.
No kidding. Like, are you guys still booking because of, even though you're closed, you're still taking clients, hope, for that eventual date that things open up again?
I get a lot of messages, but we have no idea when we're going to open. So I'll take your name down. I'll pass the message along. But as far as booking, there's not really much I can do.
You all stay online and, give each other morale, like your other staff members, you, Junior, and the rest of the staff, just, keep a close tab on everybody, make sure everybody.
Yeah, we have a little chat going, and it was Carla's birthday this week. So we all got to message her, and I miss them though. It's my little side family.
Well, let's hope that this current lockdown, things can loosen. People have February the 11th as a date. Do you think February 11th is the date? Fingers crossed.
I hope so.
We can see a light at the end of this tunnel. If I have to wear 3 masks to get my haircut, I'm going to wear 3 masks.
I will wear a full suit if I need to. Yeah. I need to work.
Right.
And at least you have a few staff members to talk. I just got Kinsman to talk with, so it's just me and him. So who knows what's happening here?
Just me.
Yeah, that's right. A question for for Tessa, and I did ask a similar question of Chris last week, but I think it's even more important, for your family. Once again, based on the fact 2 businesses in one home, which I think is amazing. How far are you looking ahead? So you look ahead and say, best case scenario, we could open up in February, and this is our plan, or maybe this goes on for another 3 months. This is what we have to budget for. How much forecasting do you do?
I think that's been the hardest part, is the unpredictability of all of it. And these messages of like, oh, we're making an announcement next week, but we're not making it now. We're going to announce next week. So you're always kind of living under this, what's coming next, what if sort of energy. And that's the hardest part, is this unknown. If they just said, okay, 6 months, that's it, then we figure it out. We've figured it out for almost a year already. But yeah, we are looking ahead. We have an idea. I'll be very honest, there's been hard conversations in our home about if this extends past a certain amount of time, what are we going to do? So it's great that, it's pretty cool. There's 2 business owners, but it's also kind of nuts at this point in our lives to be both in this situation. We're looking like, probably spring is kind of how far ahead we've looked at this point, just based on certain things that we've heard or things like that from people in either the martial arts industry, which is Chris's industry, or within the yoga community, what that kind of is looking like. But again, that's why I brought in, retail, so that I can tap into this curbside online sales, because that can carry a little bit of the pressure. It takes a bit of the pressure off, because again, I find people have been really supportive in shopping local as much as possible. But yeah, we kind of have a timeline, I suppose, but it's not that easy, right? Because it's like you guys were saying, it's our dreams. So it's not easy to walk away from something like that you've invested your whole heart and soul into. So yeah, we're just going to keep fighting.
Yeah, that's right. And it's the unknown, right, Mark? When you go to sleep and this second, I guess, lockdown period, when they said it was going to last 2 weeks, we all knew in the back of our head, here we go again, and we're extended past 2 weeks. And who knows what's going to happen February 11th and moving forward. You carry a lot of stress, the unknown.
It does. In seeing online, there's a petition circulating online. I don't know how strong the petition is, but no matter what the word is after February 11th, the petition has like a zillion signatures across Canada and, right across this province, stating that things will open regardless February the 11th. Is there any truth to that? What's your take on the date coming up and just next week?
I've seen that. I've seen a little talk about that.
Maybe Tessa knows something we don't.
Hoping that it's February 11th, right?
Yeah.
We all have to be optimistic, especially in the times of darkness, which we're all, as they say, we're in this together. But it'd be nicer to see, the light at the end of the tunnel, even if it does, go past February the 11th. They need to loosen restrictions for the non-essential, because as Melissa was saying, it's every business is essential, depending on what you need, essential, non-essential, at the end of the game, it's the end of the day, the end game is feeding your family, which is an essential part, and keeping one's mental state in check as well. So if it is going to prolong, this is where I think the government needs to step up and say, you know what, let's all just wear our masks, let's all follow protocol. Maybe the Northern Ontario bubble is it. We were talking about that earlier. The Premier stating that highway checkpoints. If the Northern Ontario bubble happens, I would rather have everything open and everybody safe within their bubble. What's your take on the Northern Ontario bubble? Stacey, what do you think of that?
It's something I talked about since the beginning. I find it completely unfair that when you look at Ontario as a whole, the other day there was 700 cases, not including Toronto. We're doing our job, and I don't think it's fair that my family has to suffer and my dreams because of people who are in Toronto who just, hey, let's go to a party. You know, it's not,
Mhm.
I shouldn't have to pay for your party. I didn't attend.
And pay for someone's mistake who goes to the party and brings the, you know, the virus,
Yeah.
quote unquote, back to, you know, our neck of the woods where now, you know, things start spreading like wildfire. So yeah, Northern Ontario bubble. I actually agree with it. And, you know, for the people who do say, you know, you need to shop online, if you actually look around hard enough, there is essential services locally in every single city, including our very own city here in Timmins and surrounding area. So there's no excuses to not be shopping local in times like these.
That's right. So we're getting a lot of comments where everyone's saying, for all these businesses, tell us where they can access their products. We need contact information.
Yes.
I'm getting flooded with comments here, so we're going to have to ask everyone. And so maybe we'll start with Melissa. For those who don't know about Spoiled Rotten, and I'm surprised my dogs aren't howling. Oh, hey, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
Melissa says hi. Yeah, Terry, you want to come on camera and say hi? No, she does not. No, she doesn't like that. But to tell the folks who don't know a little bit about Spoiled Rotten and you know, the products they can get there and promote your business.
Yeah, so we've been in business now 6 years. I started my business from my home garage. 6 years ago, we moved to our storefront location in October, 2 years ago this October. So we offer a massive selection, one of the largest in our region, actually, of raw, fresh pet foods for dogs and cats. But we also recently brought in a dry line as well, which I had contemplated on doing in the past. And, you know, come March, there was a lot of my clients who approached me and contacted me, and they were somewhat embarrassed, and I didn't want them to be, but they, you know, said to me, like, things are really financially struggling right now. And as much as I want to feed my dog this way, I can't afford it. And I completely appreciate it. I fully understood where they were coming from. So I wanted to make sure that I had, you know, a better quality dry food that they could easily go to. And I'm so proud of a lot of my clients because they have found ways to still incorporate some fresh food into their pet's diet, even if it's a small amount. Um, so we've recently brought in some dry options as well. We have tons of toys and treats and accessories and supplements for different types of alignments for all kinds of pets, both dogs and cats. So I'm very active on my Facebook page. Most people know that. So that is one of the best ways to see what kind of services and products that we offer. Our website is under construction right now as our web designer works to bring in the online component of it. But if people wanted to reach out, Facebook would be the best way to do so.
And that's great. And you know, I was talking to Tessa about her, you know, two household small business, but you're in a similar situation, of course, because your husband runs a business too. So you're feeling the same effects in your household.
Definitely. And, you know, prior to recently, I mean, from March, he was deemed non-essential. So he had to close. I was very, you know, grateful he was able to help me in the store. We're really busy. So I was very grateful for that. But when you know, you have all these additions in your life that you rely on two incomes for, I'd be lying if we said we weren't scared, and we had to really have a good conversation about what we needed and what we didn't, and what we may have to sacrifice and get rid of in order to have the necessities that we needed. So it's been challenging, but like I said, I'm very grateful that pets need to eat, and my business has continued to do well throughout the pandemic. I know that's not the case for a lot of people, but until recently, we knew how that felt because my husband wasn't working for quite some time.
Right. And that innovative. So I guess he's just facing the unknown for now.
That's right. I mean, he has been able to open for specific services with appointment. He does do the breathalyzers for the Ministry of Transportation, so that is deemed an essential service. So he has still been working with that, but a lot of the other things that he does, he hasn't been able to provide those services to his customer because of the pandemic.
Right. Yeah. And of course, another great thing is even though through all of that, you've continued to support our show, even though times are tight. And your husband, he lent me a tent for the Halloween party. And even though it took me like 3 months to return it, he's a very patient and nice. And he's also a big supporter of the community, both of you. And
yes.
And I believe, I do believe it in karma. And, when you support other businesses and you treat others well, then I believe it will work out. And I think that's a great testament.
Fingers crossed. All we can do is, follow protocols, wear our masks, and hopefully we will see the light of day. I've been hearing rumor that things could be a little bit normal, I guess the way the vaccines are going right now by July 1st. Is what I've been hearing. But again, that's all just hearsay. As we move around the panel here, Stacey Van Dyke, the owner of the Razor Strop at 101 Mall. Now, I know things a little bit sketchy on your end right now because of the cancellations, but you did say you are baking for friends and family. So is there a way that friends and family can get in touch with you for cookies? Like, this is where you get to put out a plea, Stacey, and tell them to eat as many cookies as possible to help keep you afloat here.
Please be my friend so I can make you some awesome treats.
What about can Jamie and I adopt into your family? Like, we're
friends now.
Yeah, fair enough.
We're all in the same bubble here now.
Yeah, we're friends. I can bake for you guys. I've been told I'm really good. And I should open a bakery. So maybe that'll be my next business.
Well, you were part of, what was it, the Greatest Baker competition?
I was. So I reached the before last round. So
that's really
it's
good.
an online competition. So, I mean, it's basically just, can you decorate?
You almost made it. And it's amazing that it's preparation for this lockdown now.
Yeah. I didn't even know how to bake bread a year ago.
And here you are, almost winning a competition.
Yeah.
How do you figure out? Do you YouTube it, or like when you don't know? Like,
I just wing it.
Oh wow!
And it turns out, like, I don't know, it works out for me.
I can't even do pizza pockets properly without burning them. So that's the extent of my baking and cooking.
Someone asked. Oh, sorry, Mark. Someone asked Stacey if she does diabetic baking, asking for a friend.
I do. I actually bake diabetic style for myself. Everything sugar replacements and sugar free and low cal as much as I can. So I can definitely do that. If you want the fatty good stuff too, I can make that. But
yeah, that's good. Okay, you got to. I bought some beautiful shortbread trees for Christmas from Stacey, and they were delicious. That's Carrie. Hello, Carrie. I know Carrie.
Hi, Carrie Blake.
Another question:
you,
do you do gluten-free baking?
I have not tried that yet. I might venture into it someday.
Oh, there we go. Well, that's awesome. I mean, baking is, eating baking is one of my passions, Kinsman.
Well, I accidentally make extra.
There you go. Well, maybe we could have like a taste testing on the show.
Yeah.
I'll
drop off some cupcakes and we can do it live.
Definitely. Now, where can they find you on Facebook, Stacey? Just your personal page, or if they wanted to grab some goods from you?
So I have my hobby baking page.
Okay.
Called Icing on the Cake by Stace. And for haircuts or hair colors or anything, you can find us at the Razor Strop. We have a Facebook page as well, or you can send me a message, Stacey Van Dyke on Facebook.
Hopefully things open up and we can start getting haircuts again. It's amazing. We live in a day and age where I saw a meme where the guy on the street corner, opening up his the trench coat, and there's like scissors hanging there for like under the table haircuts. Right? That's the state we live in.
I'm about to do that.
Yeah. I don't know. Kinsman's hair is always perfect, so I don't know what's going on. Like he's got some sort of deal where he's getting a haircut, unless he's doing it on its own, one of those infomercial clippers.
Now I've got what's that? Wayne's World, the what is it? The suck,
yeah,
the suck and cut.
Okay. So Tessa, I'm going to ask this question off the bat, and then I want you to tell folks about your studio, but I don't want to forget this. So Chris is a judo guy, jiu-jitsu guy. Your yoga.
Yes.
And, I know that yoga builds strength. So Who's the toughest one in the family?
He's scared.
We knew it.
He's scared.
I knew it. Kids, you're going in yoga. No, that's awesome. Yeah, so tell the folks a little bit about your business and some of your products.
Yeah, so right now, all of the regular scheduled classes that I was teaching myself and my other teachers are all online. So, you know, you can log in from home, shut your camera off. You don't need to be seen. So that's running. I've just brought back one of my other teachers because I was doing it all by myself this whole time. And then had one teacher hop back in to support the online portion because I can't do it all by myself, being on Zoom every night and teaching. And then next week, I'm able to bring back one of my other teachers. So I'm glad to have them part of that collaboration. And all of my schedule and everything, I work a lot through Facebook as well. So you can find most of the information on Facebook, but I'm also building out a brand new website that will have like online booking from that particular site as well as the shopping. So as far as shopping, it's the same thing. I'm doing everything right now through Facebook, but everything in the boutique is wellness related. And every company that I brought in is also a women-run business. So really supporting women in business. And most of the products are, like, if there's made products, they're from local makers. So, you know, women are around making bath products and things like that. And those are a lot of the products that you'll find in the store. But just general well-being products, because we need that so much right now. It's really about managing mental wellness. So all of that right now is, it's on Facebook until my website, same sort of situation as Melissa, until that gets up and running.
Nice.
Yeah.
And a lot of Tessa's fans are still commenting in. She has lots of people still watching tonight. More people watch Tessa than watch us, Kinsman. I think we should have her on every show.
That's right. So,
KINZ,
KLOMP, let's have all our ladies on the panel with us every other night, right? We can have a rotating schedule till we get back to normal, right?
Yeah, I mean, at the hello. At the end of the day, you know, we as our show, who are on social media all the time, would always do our best to support your businesses, support local in the community. You know, we feel what all you are going through, and you know, we're in the same position where we both hope this ends sometime soon. Yes. Seems to have a crystal ball. He's saying July. I'm hoping sooner. Who knows?
That's what I've heard. July 1st, we could have an actual. You know, we could be watching fireworks, is what I was hearing for a Canada Day. Is there any truth to that? I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out. But you know, things, you know, right now with the lockdowns and you know the talks of Northern Ontario bubbles, I'm thinking it's more hearsay right now.
I guess we'll find out. But thank you so much, all of you, for joining us. Probably our best show so far, I think.
I think so. It's been a great night. Before we go, ladies, once again, let's go around, throw your website or your ways to get in touch with you, and we'll get some customers in shopping curbside through your businesses here, and you know, buying some baked goods from Stacy, maybe you know, a plate of shortbread. We'll go through. We'll start with Melissa. Melissa, how do they find you at Spoiled Rotten again?
Yeah, so Facebook is one of the best ways to reach us. So it's Spoiled Rotten, RAWTN. It's a common mistake people make. But they can also email me at spoiledrotten@gmail.com. And once our website is up and going, it's still active for the information component of it, but the online store isn't active yet. But that's www.spoiledrotten.com.
Excellent stuff. I think Jamie's going to be back in there for dog treats. The dog treats he picked up for his Dane, and Dane's he was eating a few.
No, it's Terry, because she goes, I'm just going to go there and spend $50 and you know, $200, whatever. The dogs deserve it. So I already know the damage. But you know what? The food's amazing, top quality. And these dogs, like, if we don't bring home the meat from Spoiled Rotten now, I think the dogs will just pack their bags and leave.
That's it. Yeah. And how about Stacy? Stacy, one more plug on your website. Where do they find you for some, family and friends baked cookies? If you made the label like that, they're all for friends and family, right? It's just like McDonald's at one point when they had 100% beef. That was on the wrapper. That people thought it was 100% beef. That was the name of the company, right? So there's ways to get around it.
Sure. So everyone is my friend and family. If you
Well, that's right.
Some baking, you can find me at Icing on the Cake by Stace. It's my hobby, baking. And you can find us at the Razor Strop Timmins on Facebook.
Excellent stuff. And Tessa, where do they find you online for yoga videos and all that fun stuff at Float 11?
So it's Float 11 Yoga and Healing Arts Studio. And you can, again, Facebook page, message me there. You can find me just my personal page if you want, or email. It's tessa@float11.com.
All right.
Excellent. And there you go. Jessica saying, what was that comment there, Jamie?
Stay positive, ladies. You're all so wonderful. Fingers crossed for reopening next week. And
yes,
like I said, Mark, this is the most comments we've received in the show, so I'm just trying to make sure we get them all, but a lot of positive feedback. Definitely. None for you, Kinsman, none for you. For our guests, don't get your head too big.
You know what? As I say, we're not in this. People say why Jamie and I do this. We don't do it for us. We do it for the community. We always do. Our main motto is putting the local community and the local stars of the community in the forefront to be the stars of our show. And if it wasn't for our local community, Jamie and I wouldn't have a show. So it's it's great to know where to go for a great haircut in this city. Go for a nice stretch. Float 11 yoga with Tessa. For the dog treats for Raw in this city. I don't think there's one bad comment I've ever seen about Melissa Lamar and Spoiled Rotten here in this city. Like I said, everywhere you can go, you just need to turn and do a bit of research. You'll always find something here locally, and that's what our main focus is here in this city with KINZ and KLOMP Live. And it's a pleasure having you three ladies on the show tonight.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Have a good night.
All right, bye, ladies.
Thanks.
All right, and now I'm stuck with you again, Kinsman.
You're stuck with me. We're giving away some prizes, though.
We are giving away some prizes.
2 for 1. Rita, I just want to say, Rita from 2 for 1 Pizza. I stopped by for the gift certificate. On the card, it says maximum $15. She changed it and put 25 on each.
Okay,
one. 50 bucks to give away.
So we have to remember, there's 2 prizes.
Yes,
and there's 2 sort of sets of rules. So the first one, you want to do the pizza card first?
Let's do the pizza first. Let's do Rita and the crew at 2 for 1 Pizza.
Okay, so we have 1 pizza card or 2 pizza cards to give away.
I'm going to combine both. So the winner's going to win $50 for their pre-Super Bowl party. That's a pile of pizza from 2 for 1.
Kinsman, we have so many great comments tonight, and you're going to force me to pick one. Okay. I can't pick one, but I'm going to do the shuffle. We got to figure out a better system here.
Well, there's ways. You know what? The local crew that they sell, they're, I guess, like Scentsy and stuff online. There's like a wheel that comes up and it spins all the names. I think we need a bigger wheel, but there's got to be a way that we could do this.
People just want to hear who the winner is. We can work that out after.
Well,
okay, so I am scrolling. So for the win this one, you had to engage with our guests tonight.
Yes.
Specifically mention, comment. And okay, so I'm scrolling through those comments. You can't see them, so you tell me when to stop.
I want you to stop right now.
Okay. Now, do you want me to pick the comment that's at the top or the comment that's at the bottom?
Let's do the comment on the bottom.
Bottom at the bottom.
What do we have here?
Marlene Shaw.
Marlene Shaw. Congratulations, Marlene.
Okay.
Now I'm going to get in touch with Marlene and drop these $25 gift certificates from 2 for 1 to Marlene. So Marlene Shaw, congratulations. And her comment was, yoga is not only for movement, it is also a huge part of our mental wellness, along with body wellness. Yoga is an essential service for sure. And that comment directed at Tessa at Float 11. Yoga Studios. So congratulations, Marlene. Now we've got an amazing prize from Jonathan St. Pierre and Full Beard Brewing. $25 to refill a growler and $25 of merchandise at Full Beard Brewing. I was in to see Jonathan the other day, and he says if you think wearing a mask is hard, you know Jonathan's beard. He calls it the COVID tarp to cover the hair on his chin.
All right, Kinsman. So I'm reshuffling the comments, and remember this time it was the people who told us what their favorite meal was. Giovanni's, right?
That's right. Our sponsor tonight, once again, we can't thank Frank Rubino enough here from Giovanna's at the Petro Can in South Porcupine. Giovanna's, where you can drop in there for their homemade Rubino burger for only $3. And I was told that the poutine there, I haven't had the poutine there, is amazing. So next time you're through, check out Frank Rubino and his
all right.
homemade burgers.
I'm working in the background while you're talking. I got the comments set up. I'm going to do the shuffle. Once again, you can't see them. So you're going to tell me when to stop, okay? I'm shuffling now.
Let's say, I'm going to say stop now.
Okay, and you want me to go, I'll give you 3 options, top, middle, or bottom.
Let's go middle.
Middle, all right.
Who's winning $50? Hey, Dave Carroll.
A guy with a Leafs jersey. How'd you do that to me, Kinsman?
We Leaf fans have the power.
I hate to give a prize to a Leaf fan, but I love Dave. He's a great guy. He loves the Giovanna's meatball subs. So do I. They're amazing.
Well, there you go. Chance to win. Because of that answer, a full beer pack again, $25 to get your growler filled just ahead of our Super Bowl pre-party on Sunday, and $25 for a T-shirt, a shirt, whatever merch they have there. Jonathan St. Pierre will get in touch with Jonathan and put you in touch with Dave Farrell. Dave will be in touch. So that's a great prize.
That's it, Kinsman. We're at about the hour point. Awesome show. Sunday night is the Super Bowl pre-party, so we're starting at 5 o'clock, so you don't have to miss the game. We got live music from Paul Sabalj and Mitch Jean. You and I will not sing, but we'll have a couple questions for them, but we're going to have a party, right?
It's going to be a big party, and again, another full beer prize pack to give away, and Frank Rubino from Giovanna's will also be our sponsor for Sunday night. Thanks so much, Frank, for joining us from Giovanna's and the Petro Can in SoPo. Much appreciated for the support here for KINZ and KLOMP Live. And yeah, we're back at it Sunday. Can't wait. The pre-Super Bowl party. And again, the edited time, the preempted time is 5 p.m. as opposed to 7 on Sunday night.
All right, KINZ. I'll see you Sunday night.
All righty, buddy.